Right, welcome back to this arena run for Warrior, and we're heading into our 5th game. The score is currently 4-0, so this is part 2 of our video series on this Warrior arena run. Going for 5 wins here, with a pretty decent opening hand against Druid. Okay. Leponome or coin? We'll coin something out. It's pretty, I think that's stronger. Gilblin Stalker is pretty decent. He can't target it with Wrath, which tends to be an early removal that Druids will play, because it's stealth. So he's forced to hero power, and that's pretty good, because it's delayed his turn. If he did have a Wrath in there and he was planning to use it, he couldn't. Of course, we don't know that he had a Wrath. So, Dual Scarab, and we'll take the King's Defender. It is a weapon. And we'll attack with the Gilblin Stalker. So now, he can play a 3-drop, or he can hero power down the 1-1. Okay, Mounted Raptor. Do you know, I reckon he just didn't have anything to play on that last turn. So, okay. King's Defender. Oh, Undertaker. King's Defender was on curve, which was pretty good. And, okay, we didn't get the full benefit out of playing it, but it's okay. Yeah, there's Wrath. And he uses it on the Stalker. Sure. And he'll hero power. Okay. Okay, so Micro Machine, I guess. Yeah, 2 drops. Sure. So King's Defender, we have 1 charge left on that weapon. We didn't get the 3 charges on it, so we didn't have anything down with Taunt. So we did lose out a little bit there, but it did let us clear the board at that point in time, which was really quite important, or clear a minion off the board, which is really important. So Gurubashi, now 2/7 that will buff its attack. Do you know what? I'm just going to be hyper aggressive here. Aggression won us one of our earlier games, and I think in this situation, if you can't deal with a minion effectively, just ignore it. And there's only 1 minion on board. It is the Gurubashi. Wow, Starfire on the Cobra. That's, I guess, not too bad, really. It did slow his turn down. He didn't play anything. And now I can kill the Gurubashi. But let's steal his hero power first.
I'll take some of that.
There we go. We'll tank it. I don't mind. The key thing is that Micro Machine is protected and it's growing, and that 6/5 is pretty big as well, and it can protect the Micro Machine by letting me trade into other things. Earthen Ring Farseer is useful too. It can oh, mulch. If the 6/5 decides to trade into something, I can use the Earthen Ring to heal it back up.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Sure. Okay. Silverback Patriarch. Right, so mulch gave me a Patriarch. Actually, in this situation, that's not bad. That's really not bad, because now it's going to force a hero power from him, which means 2 mana less to play with. And next turn I can hero power down the what will become a 3/1, the Clockwork Gnome. So Silverback Patriarch protecting my Earthen Ring there, I guess, from the 3/2. It's pretty good. Oh, there's the Ironbark. And he didn't attack. Okay, so this is annoying. This is really annoying. An 8/8. There are lots of ways of doing this. I mean, I can throw the 6/5 and the 1/4 in, and my hero power, or I could throw in the 3/3 and the 6/5, Or I could flood the board and pass. Oh, out of all of those options, which one's the best one? How much do I want to preserve the silverback? Do I care? Or would I rather have the 3/3 earthen ring on the board with an obsidian? And do I want to tank 8 to the face at this point in the game? I'm at 21. I mean, I'm pretty healthy. Oh, alright. I don't know. Let's go. Let's attack him with. Let's preserve the 1/4. Because it'll make his life awkward, right? And that's what this is all about. Okay. I didn't play the obsidians. I didn't need to. So he'll hero power here, and he'll trade. So just giving him 7 mana to play with on this turn. So, oh dear, taunt again. Ah, we win the joust. That's pretty good. So he played a taunt, which he didn't win the joust for. So it's not a taunt. That's a taunt. Mark of the Wild. Oh dear. Oh, Living Roots as well, really? Wait, what's he doing? Has he got Savage Roar? Well, the Spectral Knight lives after the trade, and we can kill a 1/1. Sure. Let's do it like this. Alright, it's pretty good. Clear the board apart from the 5/6. We get a Scarab, which he'll have to hero power down. And then he can't kill the 7/7 unless there's a spell. So the Obsidian could live and survive and do some work. Right, he's going to draw a 3-cost card. What could he draw that's a spell for 3 that could take out the Obsidian with the 5/6? But it's not Swipe, that's a 4-cost card. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with that trade. I'm happy with that. Really? Why? Oh, okay. I guess he wants to make sure he kills the Obsidian, right? That's his strategy. But I'm going to disappoint him here. Belcher comes down.
Well met.
Regent says, well met, comes down. We're going to hero power down the 1/1. And then, what do we kill? What do we kill and do we bother trading? Or do we just go face after the trade? We go face. So, there we go. We've got a Scarab on board now. So he'll have to hero power, double trade into the Belcher, and of course I have lethal next turn. So yeah, I think it's pretty much over. So the power of having taunts in this deck is significant. Well, there's a Starfire again. Okay, sure. He still can't kill the Obsidian though.
I can see.
And it's over. So there you go. Taunt power wins the day. Right, next game. Paladin. Now, this is our first Paladin in this run. Our first Paladin. So it's getting a bit scary now because we're on 5 wins and we're fighting for 6 wins. This is where it gets a hell of a lot harder. Okay. I think Creeper's good here. Bone Guard dies. Stalker doesn't die, though. And Stalker... No, Creeper. Creeper will spawn the 1/1s. And the 1/1s can then be used to kill other things. So, Haunted Creeper, really happy I picked it. It's a sticky minion. It's pretty good. Okay, what does he have to deal with it? Oh, Acolyte of Pain, that's really good for him. Okay, so he trades. He wants to get maximum Acolyte value there. Maximum Acolyte value, that's fine. Silent Knight is on curve. It's a 3-drop. It can't be killed by him. Even with Consecration, because it has stealth. Although it's turn 3, so he plays the shielded mini-bot, so there's no chance of consecration there, but he plays the mini-bot off curve, which is, I suppose, something. Not that I like seeing a mini-bot, mini-bots are really annoying, but what I can do here is I can take the shield off. I think that's really important.
Silence.
Okay, Weaponsmith will be good for next turn, maybe. We'll kill the Acolyte, and we play the Stalker. Okay, so using our mana there efficiently, playing the best minions that we can play in the given circumstances. Okay, Shield Master comes down, he trades. This is really annoying, because if I use the Weaponsmith, I'll have to trade all of my minions in. That's really awkward. And I don't want to do that. I'll just trade the Spider in and pass. The reason being, next turn I can use the Spectral to kill the 3/4, and then possibly play the Argent Commander to kill something else that he puts down. Would it have been better to have traded the Gilblin in with the Spider and use the Arathi's weapon? I don't know. Blessing of Kings. Well, I'm going to get value here. I'm going to get serious value. I'm happy I made the play I did. Because, there we go. That's value, right? So we'll remove the Taunt. Consecration doesn't deal with this board completely. Next turn we have 7 mana. And we have lots of things that we can play next turn.
Let me think.
How's he going to deal with both of these minions? I'm sort of expecting a true silver champion here. Oh, Sludge Belcher. Okay, sure. Cultmaster's pretty good. It's a pity it's not turn 8, as I could Cultmaster and Arathi Weaponsmith. This trade's quite awkward though, because in theory I'd need to lose both of my minions just to kill the body of the Belcher, so I suppose I'd need to Arathi here? Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna lose the 4/2 here, but it's alright. This is the problem with not drafting Fiery War Axe. It wasn't offered to me in the draft, and that made me have doubts about this deck, because Fiery War Axe, or even a couple of Fiery War Axes, are crucial for Warrior Arena, at least for that early game, and I didn't get an opportunity to draft them. So I think that's put me at a disadvantage. Right, 2 Northrend. Argent Commander, okay, he sees the 3/3 as being a threat, that was the right play. Here, though, I can Obsidian. And I can Leopard him. There we go. So yeah, I didn't draft the Fiery War Axes, and that sort of concerned me a little bit, because they are crucial to the early game, and Arathi Weaponsmiths, I mean, they're really good, right? Don't get me wrong, but the return 4 play, Fiery War Axe is a turn 2 play, and it's a 3 attack weapon. Weaponsmith is only a 2 attack weapon. So there is a difference in quality there. I'm almost saying that I don't care too much for the 3/3 body that the Weaponsmith leaves behind. But let's draw from the Cultmaster here. Let's get serious value from the Cultmaster. And let's see how we do this. So we've got to pop the Divine Shield. Let's use the Scarab. Okay. So 3-drop goes in. Yep. 2-drop goes in. Yep. Oh, Mad Bomber. Okay, Venture Co. Mad Bomber, not cards I want to see, to be frank. That's alright. Okay. So, 5 mana. Let's play the Cobra. And, let's go face. So, I'm playing the Cobra there as a preemptive measure to essentially contest something big he puts down, like a Boulder Fist Ogre, for example. But the fact is, he's more or less dead. Yeah. What would he need? Consecration? Equality Consec? Perhaps? There you go. Paladin beaten. 6 wins. Alright, this is our next game. We're going for 7 wins here, and we're going up against a second Paladin. So notice the early pattern in this arena: Hunter, Rogue, Hunter, Warrior, Druid, which we managed to get through. And then it's now Paladin, Paladin. So things just got a little bit harder. Oh dear. Alright, let's see if we can deal with this. So, Scarab for him. He coined it out, but it's a 3-drop that he's coined out, which he cannot use on his next turn. But I can. Bouncing Blade, Worgen or Razorfen. I'm going to take the Razorfen. And the reason for that is it's early game. I prefer the Razorfen over the Worgen because there's 2 bodies there, right, that you get from the Razorfen. Bouncing Blade is great for later. It'd be good for the late game, but I don't want that sitting as a dead card in my hand, especially when I need things to do on turn 3 and turn 4. And if you look at my hand, there's a Frost Ellie and an Argent Commander. There's 6 drops. So I need more stuff to do in this early game. Hence the Razorfen. 2 bodies to put on the board. Okay. Silent Knight says shush, and he's telling the direwolf to shush because Silent Knight can test the direwolf really nicely there. 2-2 for 2-2, and the knight survives. Sword of Justice from the Dual Scarab. Wow, okay, things are about to get very interesting then. So here, well, I can only play one of my 3-drops. We're going to kill the 2-drop, the direwolf, that's for certain. But what do I want to play? Do I want to play the swords? Yeah, yeah, sure. Plays less into Consecration, doesn't it? Dancing Swords. It's going to give him a card on the Death Rattle, which I don't like, but we have no choice. Anyway, Sword of Justice, as I was saying earlier, that to make life very interesting for me, because it will buff every minion he plays until the sword is used up. And those stat gains are really quite significant. Arathi Weaponsmith, that's what I wanted to see here. So, I can use the Weaponsmith, I can kill the 3-2. This is where the 2-attack weapon from the Arathi comes in handy. Okay. And if he wants to kill my 4-4, he has to trade the 3-2 in and his face in. And that's pretty okay, I guess. Oh dear, Spiteful Smith. Oh, he leaves the swords alive. Here as he thinks I can't kill the 5-7. But I can. But do I bother? I just freeze it and get a Frost Ellie on the board. And then go face. Okay, I think this play is slightly more greedy from me. I could have killed the 5-7s. I've got Inner Rage. I had a 4-attack swords, 2-attack weapon, that's 6, 7. I could have killed it. Oh, he discarded the weapon. Wow. Really? Was that value? Is that a mistake? Should he?
That was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake. He should have played something first and got the value from it. Blimey. Okay, fine. We all make mistakes. I make lots of mistakes in Arena from time to time, so that's fine. So, the Divine Shield, we can... Ugh, that's annoying, isn't it? We could Inner Rage it and double trade with something. I think that's the play. Is it? We'll use our face. And then we'll use the... Yeah, we'll use that. So, that's fine. We'll save our 4-4, because we don't want to give him a card. And we'll go face. Yeah, I think that play worked out better. There were a couple of ways of doing that trade there. I think that was alright. Consecration does wreck us, though, unfortunately. That's a bit annoying. But next turn I can steal his hero power, and that's actually going to be pretty useful. Particularly when I start running out of cards. Spawning 1-1s every turn is super good. Kings? I'm sure. Preemptive Blessing of Kings. Hoping for a double trade. Hoping for a double trade. Oh, Belcher. That's pretty good. But do we play it now?
Well met.
We're just going to flood the board. This strategy won me 2 games before this. Flooding. Because how's he going to answer this? Consecration doesn't clear all of those minions. He'd still have to face tank something with the weapon and trade with the 5/5. So this is a pretty good strategy. The only thing that saves him is equality consecration. And what are the chances of him having that? So flooding the board, being aggressive, that's interesting. Okay, he's going to try and draw a card from it. He wants to see... Should he have played the Keeper, though? Should he have just traded first? So he could have maximum mana to use what comes into his hand? I think he's dead. So I'm going to well play him. I'm going to say, well played, it's over, right? You don't have a way of winning this, surely. I mean, you are a Paladin. You are pretty awesome. Top 3 in Arena, in class tiers, but it's over. Yeah. 7-0. That's impressive for a warrior deck.
Your back.
Victory or death!
Okay, next game. Going for 8 wins, ladies and gentlemen. Going for 8 wins. And it's a rogue. That's worrying. A rogue fighting for 8 wins must have a pretty insane deck. Rogue is insane to begin with, as I say. Within the top 3 arena class tiers there is rogue. It's insane. But let's see how we go. Hopefully here he'll just dagger up, trade. So Leper Gnome will have done 4 damage. I think that's pretty good. I like Leper Gnome. I think it's a pretty good card, just for that reason. Being able to do 4 damage to your opponent in that manner. Psychologically, it's pretty interesting. You're saying to your opponent, yeah, you've got to attack my Leper Gnome. You've got to take 2 damage, and then take another 2 damage. Hurt yourself even more. It's pretty good. It's a bit of a downer when you see it in the early game, because you know how much damage you're going to be taking from it. It's you know... You can get your spirits down, because look, he's already up to 20, down to 23, because he had to weapon up and trade again with his face, so he's down to 23. That's pretty good for me, you know, pretty good. So if he wants to kill the dancing swords, he'll have to dagger up and trade again with his face, and he'll be down to 19. That's pretty insane. On turn 4 to be down to 19. I feel like a face hunter here, or an aggro shaman if you see or play those classes on constructed.
So many options.
I feel a bit bad actually, but it's okay. Spider tank, so he doesn't want to tank the 4/4. He doesn't want to take the face damage. That's okay. I'll play a Belcher. So we kill the Spider tank off because it's got 4 health. We leave the Barber on the board, it's 3. The Belcher is standing in the way, protecting my 4/1. So the idea is to be able to use the 4/1 to go face now, or to trade into something else. Let's see how this works out. We have another Sludge Belcher for next turn. But yeah, coining out a Belcher on 4 is super duper strong. Really, really strong. And very much unexpected, I think, for the most part. So his response is the Venture Co. I like that. I really, really, really like that, because I'm going to get double value out of my Sludge Belcher there. And I'm going to play another one. Actually, should I? Will I just play the Silent Knight, armor up? Am I afraid of anything? Do I want to protect my face, or protect the 4/1 from dying? Because he's playing a... Yeah. Actually, I think that was a bad idea. Oh, he's just going to trade the 7/6 into the 3/5 now. He's going to kill the Fresh Belcher. I think that was a misplay on my part. He's going to kill the Fresh Belcher. Yeah, that was a misplay. I should have waited till next turn. Oh, okay. Anywho, I like the fact that he's played the Venture Co, because he can't play minions, right? They're too expensive. He'll play some spells, but that's about it. He may be able to play 1 minion a turn, or 2 very cheap minions. Let's steal his hero power. I'm going to ignore the Venture Co, because double slime is going to mean that that Venture Co is going to die a very slow death, meaning that he can't play minions on his turn, or he may, as I say, may be able to play 1 minion and that's it. So he's killing himself through the Venture Co, and that's one of the reasons I was slightly reluctant to pick this card in the drafting process. It can kill you, because a 7-cost Tomb Pillager. Without the Venture Co on board, he'd probably be able to play 2 minions on that turn. So he's slowly killing himself. And it's over. There we go. I didn't even need the Rogue Hero power there. Just use the Death Spite. Tremendous. 8 wins. 8 wins.
Victory or death!
Okay, next game. Paladin. And we've got a bit of an aggressive opening hand. Leper Gnome, Worgen Infiltrator. It's pretty good. Argent Commander, not so good. Or it's way too early for that card. Can we get a 2-drop, please? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, which one do I play? Leper Gnome or the Worgen? We'll go with the Worgen, because it's got stealth, right? Oh no, Leper Gnome does 4 damage. Let's go with the Leper Gnome. Unlike the Mage or the Rogue or the Druid, you know, he can't ping it down, right? So we may as well just play the Leper. Oh, it's not get down. Okay, it's not Noble Sacrifice. That's interesting. Yeah, if this was a Druid or a Mage or a Rogue, I'd have played the Worgen first. And the Leper was better for testing out secrets, right? You're not too sad if you lose the Leper Gnome, whereas the Worgen has some value with its stealth, and you can keep it hidden. Right, let's draw a card. Bouncing Blade, Shield Block. We'll take Bouncing Blade. It's, I think, the better option. Let's go face. Yeah. He's down to 24 already. Now, in an earlier game, I didn't pick Bouncing Blades from the Scarab. But in this situation here, I think it was the best option, and it will help me in the late game to kill a singular minion that's pretty big. And you never expect Bouncing Blades in Arena. You never play around it, you never expect it. So that's pretty good. Okay, I reckon one of those is Avenge. And of course one is Noble Sacrifice, which is absolutely fine. We draw a card. We're going to draw 2 cards. And that's Avenge, right. Okay, that's alright. That's good, because I can trade, the Leper Gnome gets a big hug, and we draw a card again. Sure. Alright. He'll now have to trade the 5-4 into the 4-2, which is a beautiful value trade on... Okay. Blessing a King saves the day. Go face? No, trade. Okay, sure. He missed 9 to the face. Now I can Bouncing Blades. Or I can just Shredder. Do I want to save the Bouncing Blades? Or do I just want to Belcher here? Belcher doesn't do anything. Let's Shredder. So Shredder. Surely now I can make a trade on my next turn. He'll go 9 to the face on this turn, right? And then next turn... Yeah, next turn I can trade. Why did I Shredder there? Well, I value the minion that comes out of it. That's alright. And I can Belcher on this turn, or I can Weaponsmith, kill the 2-1 and armor up. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. So now either minion kills his Shredder. That's decent. I'm at 21 health, including armor. So I was happy to tank the 9 damage from the Harvest Golem. I'm saving that Bouncing Blade for something bigger. The I Have a Huge Gun card has just ruined my day a little bit, but that's okay. We can kill it. We can... Belcher? I guess? What else are we going to do? Argent Commander it down? Or Belch... Yeah, let's do it like this. Oh, that's really good. That's really, really good. The Arathi Weaponsmith survives at 2 health. We are vulnerable to Consecration here.
Truth is my shield.
But he doesn't have it. Okay, that's alright. Here I can slam. Break down the shield. See what we draw. Oh, Frostelli, hello. But no, Argus is better here. We get a clean trade with the 4-5. And I can armor up. That's pretty strong. It's a good use of the defender in this situation. I have Alexstrasza if I need to bring my health back up. Strangely, Alexstrasza hasn't seen much use or value in this game. NAT PAGLE! Wow. Oh wow, teching for secrets, sure. Thankfully I don't play any. Yeah, Alexstrasza hasn't seen much value, sorry, in this arena run I was meant to say. Do we just play her because she's a big body? How would he deal with Alexstrasza? I'm going to trade, right? And he'd have to throw the 4-3 into the 4-3. So do we just Belcher instead? I think that's better. And Cobra. So this is the second time now I'm putting down a preemptive Cobra, challenging him to put down something big, like a Boulder Fist Ogre, so I can kill it. That could have ended very badly for me. And now he's going to flood the board. Mind Control Tech, our first instance of seeing it. Seriously, seriously annoying card, that. I mean, that can single-handedly lose you the game. I mean, look at his board. His board is insane. It's absolutely insane. He's got a Murloc Knight on there. We have to kill it. But how?
What now?
Well, we've got to use the Cobra, but I'm thinking about the Frostelli getting some value here as well. Let's start. We're definitely killing that. Right, we're definitely killing. So let's start with that. Okay. That, I feel slightly better now, having killed the Murloc Knight, because it's so threatening. We'll freeze the most threatening minion, the one with the biggest attack power. And we'll trade into the Trog? Yeah. We'll trade into the Trog. Okay. So he has to trade in 2 minions there to kill the Belcher. Unless he's got a weapon. Nope, he doesn't have a weapon. He's going to trade. Whoa, whoa, ooh. Was that the right order? Surely you trade the 1-1 in. Enter the Colosseum! Wow! Oh, that's alright. The 5-5 survives. Okay, sure. I really want to use Alexstrasza. So we're definitely trading. We're going to put down stuff on the board, right? Do I armor up? We're going to put down the Venture Co. I don't think Paladin can kill me when I'm at 15 health, and he only has a 1-1 on the board. They can't do that much burst. I think Venture Co. here is super strong. Yes, it blocks us from playing Alexstrasza, but it's a 7-6.
None may steal our
Okay, it's a 7-6, which he wants to kill, sure. I still think I win this. I have card advantage. The 4-4 is annoying. The Cavaldier Raider. The 3-4 is less annoying, and the 1-1 is just a, well, it's of no real consequence at this stage. So my efforts have got to focus on the 4-4 and the 3-4. But there's no easy way of me killing off the 3-4. I mean, I can put the 4-6 into the 4-4. I'd lose the 5-2 though if I traded that into the 3-4. I really want to lose the Venture Co. so I can play Alexstrasza. I was thinking of trading into the 1-1 with the 5-2 to get a value trade, but no. Let's do it like this. Sure. And I'm going to play the Micro Machine just because if it stays alive, its attack power grows. Once again, vulnerable to Consecration, so maybe the Silent Knight was the better card. I'm not going to get to play Alexstrasza, am I? That's kind of upsetting. You draft a legendary and you don't get to play it.
We must cleanse the
Okay.
Sunwell.
So, Shattered Sun Cleric there. It's alright. I can actually kill off my Venture Co now.
How you doing?
Yay, it's dead. That means I can play stuff. What do I want to play? Do we go for board? I think we go for board presence with Alexstrasza here. I mean, she's a big minion. Or do we play 2 minions with the Spelleater and the Silent Knight? Yeah. And we go face. Sure. And he can't kill me with 2 cards. I mean, what? Double Kings? What is that? 10 damage? That doesn't kill me. And I can Alexstrasza up again. He is a second Cavalier Raider. Well, that's pretty annoying. That's really annoying. I have to trade the 6/5 into the 6/6 here. I don't want to risk a Bouncing Blade. So Bouncing Blade, a bit of a dead card really. I think it relies on there only to be 1 enemy minion on the board for it to really work. Okay. So this is for 9 wins. Thinking of face? No. Got to trade.
Tasty.
What's she saying? Tasty?
Tasty.
Yes. Face! And Alexstrasza. The Cavalier Raider will go to 8 attack. He can't kill me still. Or can he? He'd need double kings. He'd need double Blessed Kings.
The victory
So I took a gamble there.
well played.